turn the volume up. It's happening. Oh, thank you for subscribing.
Hello, and welcome to Indie World. I'm Amber.
And I'm Paul. We're back to show you some indie games coming to the Nintendo Switch system.
Let's dive right in.
The Messenger was good. I was hoping this would actually be captioned, but it seems like it's doing the auto captions, which is not very helpful. This is really pretty. Sea of Stars.
Fans of classic RPGs with modernized elements will want to check out Sea of Stars. It tells the story of two children of the
Let me know if the
solstice,
volume's up high enough, by the
a
way.
lunar monk and
I
a
can bump
solar
it a little
blade
more.
dancer. They must combine the powers of the sun and the moon to perform eclipse magic, the only thing that can fend off monsters created by an evil alchemist known as the Fleshmancer.
Fluid and engaging turn-based combat. Stunning dynamic lighting. A world where you can traverse freely and explore every nook and cranny. And that's just scratching the surface. Not to mention the incredibly moving story with plenty of twists and turns. It's also set in the same universe as The Messenger and serves as a prequel. But don't worry,
That's interesting.
You don't need to have played The Messenger to fully enjoy this gorgeous game.
And
That's very
get
interesting.
this, some of the music was composed by none other than the renowned Yasunori Mitsuda, who composed music for Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Sea of Stars launches on Nintendo Switch Holiday 2022.
Wow, it's a year from now. That's wild. Cool, though. It looks really good. I might be wrong. I feel like this is not the first time we've seen this game. I think I am wrong. I think this is the first time we're seeing this game. I like this little robot. I'm always a fan of little robots. Alicia?
嗨，我是世璇。
嗨，我是 Nate，我们是 Underscore Team，很高兴有机会带来这款游戏。Alicia，
With
希望
A's.
借由 Asia
Alicia
与 Lucia 的冒险旅程，可以让我们重新体验到人生当中会面临到许多痛苦的选择。这也是我们创作 Alicia 的初衷。
希望你可以开始寻找你的伙伴，因为 Alicia 接下来会在 Switch 上与大家见面。利用独特的操作玩法，我们也预期可以为你与伙伴之间带来非常不一样的体验。我们 Switch 上见吧，拜。
Bye.
There's plenty to admire in this
I
puzzle
like that
adventure
space that
game.
they were standing in.
For
Looks
twin
really nice. You can see
sisters
like some hills
Aisha
in the
and
background.
Alicia, cooperation is key in safely navigating this deserted temple. The game makes creative use of the various input options available on Nintendo Switch.
Great.
Each sister is controlled differently, and you can control both via solo or local co-op play.
Awesome.
With Aisha, you'll use motion controls with Joy-Con controllers in TV mode.
You're telling me
And
It
with
Takes
Alicia,
Two?
You'll use touch controls to guide the helper robot Ambu in handheld mode.
Oh, cool.
However you choose to play, you'll need the sisters to work together by exchanging clues and operating devices that can help you go deeper inside.
I'm
the
glad to see
temple.
indies making use of
But
what
be
the Switch can
careful.
do.
It's filled with all
I
sorts
feel like even
of
Nintendo's
menacing
kind of dropping the ball on
monsters
that
and
a little bit.
treacherous traps, some of which can trigger different endings. The heartfelt, overlapping music when playing with a friend, coupled with the emotional story, will complement your journey to uncover the secrets residing within.
Alicia, the Oblivion of Twin Goddesses, launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch, spring 2022.
Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe. We're two brothers who started our own indie studio in order to make a classic point-and-click adventure game. Today, we're excited to announce our debut title, Locomotive.
Set aboard a 1930s express train, you find yourself caught in the middle of a deadly mystery, full of twists, turns, and larger-than-life characters. Soul-satisfying puzzles, and clear your name once and for all.
We both grew up playing point-and-click adventure games, and it's been a long-term ambition for us to put our own spin on it.
We can't wait for you to play Locomotive when it comes to the Nintendo Switch system.
I agree. The A's look like O's in that logo.
The Royce Express, where my guests indulge in luxury travel, fine dining, and murder. Well then, who's at hand to catch my killer? There's my trusty lawyer, a would-be detective, and Her Majesty's Secret Service. There's just one problem.
This is so good.
They're the suspects. With puzzles to solve, palms to grease, and clues to uncover. They'd better prove their innocence fast, or it's the end of the line in an adventure that's not just nuts. It's Locomotive!
That's awesome. That looks so good.
Ooh, I do love me a good murder mystery.
Then you'll love Locomotive, a single-player point-and-click comedy adventure. Climb aboard the Royce Express and investigate
style
the
of
suspicious death of Lady Unterwald.
Indie directs where it's like, here's the developer pitching their game, here's a trailer, and then here's like the Nintendo host doing bits.
Along the
I think
way,
is a little
you'll meet
like
a fully voiced cast of quirky characters and solve head-scratching puzzles to prove your innocence. Figure out who done it and what locomotive inspired them to murder in the first place. Locomotive steamrolls onto Nintendo Switch summer 2022.
I'm always happy to see more of the games though.
Wake up.
Oh.
It's almost 1 p.m. you
Okay.
sleepyhead. Your friends are waiting for you. Come on.
Yes. Yes. This is very pretty.
I miss you too, Donna. But you need to live your life.
Great. Yeah. I'm fully in on this.
On behalf of the Pixelnesia team from Indonesia, I'm proud to announce our upcoming game, Afterlove EP. Afterlove EP is a modern-day story of music, loss, acceptance, loving others, as well as yourself. While the game is heavily inspired by the aesthetic and storytelling format of the Japanese manga, the game itself is set in Jakarta. We want players to experience this vibrant place we call home, which is also considered as the melting pot of the multicultural people of Indonesia. We cannot wait to let you experience our unique narrative adventure and explore our interpretation of Jakarta.
From the creative
Cool.
director of What Comes After and Coffee Talk comes a stirring narrative about love, loss, and lyricism. Set in Jakarta, Indonesia,
This is so
Afterlove
cool.
EP focuses on young musician Rama, who struggles to compose music after his girlfriend Chinta passes away. By communicating with Chinta's voice inside his head, Rama will learn how to cope with grief, forge new relationships, and even potentially love again.
A mixtape of visual novel, rhythm game, and narrative adventure, Afterlove EP challenges you to complete an EP of music to fulfill a promise made to Chinta. There are multiple endings based on the choices you make, as well as an original soundtrack from Indonesian band Alfalfa, and striking
Wow.
art direction from Soyatu.
Start anew in Afterlove EP, launching on Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch
this looks awesome.
summer 2022.
I'm stoked for this. What? This just reminded me, I hope Rogue Legacy 2 and Samurai Gun 2 show up on Switch soon. I would like to see them in an indie direct. Because if we're talking about like all of 2022, which we seem to be covering,
Dungeon Munchies, that is.
Then
both of those
2D
games would fall into that.
side-scrolling
Well,
action
Samurai Gun 2 at
platformer
least
should
would.
definitely satisfy your craving. You are dead. Well, you were dead, and now you've been revived in a mysterious underground facility. But forget hanging around here. You've got to get out.
With the help of the undead Necrochef Simmer, you'll hunt down monsters, then cook
Necrochef.
and eat them. There are around 100 dishes that provide various
What was the thing from
abilities.
earlier?
One dish, for example, might give you
Fleshmancer.
the power to serve up new combos.
So you are what you eat.
Literally, this game is a great place to get locally sourced and farm-fresh monsters. So mix and match to get the right meal for your playstyle. And let's not forget the eclectic cast of characters, hilarious side-splitting story, and charming 2D pixel art. Better bring a voracious appetite when Dungeon Munchies devours its way onto the Nintendo Switch system later today.
Okay. I'll say yes.
Hej med jer. Jeg hedder Niels. Jeg er spilinstruktør og lyddesigner hos Bedtime Games. Jeg har lavet spilmusik i over 10 år.
I gotta be honest, Bedtime Games,
Vores
really,
kommende spil,
really
Figment 2,
good
er fyldt med
studio
masser af
name.
musical boss fights og andre lydlæggerier. For at få de mest punchy lyde, har jeg været ude ved mit træsvær og smadret på havegriller og kaffekander. Musikken i Figment indordner sig efter dig. Vi har brugt rigtig meget energi på at få lyd, musik og gameplay til at spille sammen.
This is awesome.
Og vi glæder os rigtig meget til at vise jer spillet. I'm coming back to the surface. I need time to make things right. So hold on and soon comes the day. And there are sights you must see to believe them.
We're already on to the next segment?
Yep, this isn't a figment of your imagination.
Oh, very funny. In this musical puzzle adventure game, you'll make your way through a rhythmic world set in the
If your
human
script is
mind.
making bits about how the script isn't
Unfortunately,
funny,
nightmares are spreading chaos everywhere. It's up to
You get it.
to put an end to their fearsome schemes. Play solo or locally with a friend as you wield your trusty sword in engaging combat. Manipulate environments to solve compelling puzzles, and have symphonic showdowns against some musically menacing bosses.
That sounds like trouble. Or trouble.
Ugh. Figment 2, Creed Valley begins its symphony on Nintendo Switch February 2022. A free demo will be available later today.
I'll play the demo.
on
I'm not.
Nintendo eShop.
That didn't really grab me at all. To be
Deep sea diving?
totally frank.
Check. Investing? Check. Drawing? Check. Surviving on the moon? Check that too. A slew of board games from developer Oink Games are coming to Nintendo Switch.
This
Go on thrilling
is
and
cool.
risky treasure hunts in deep sea adventure. Become the biggest investor in
I was also
startups.
just gonna say this feels like Clubhouse
Catch the
games.
sketchy rogue and don't get caught in A Fake Artist Goes to New York. And recover supplies with your fellow astronauts to survive in Moon Adventure. The games are designed to be easy to understand. They also capture and recreate the feel of their original tabletop versions.
You can play all the games, locally and online, so you
Ooh.
can play with friends near and far.
Great.
Get together and play on one system, or create a room
This
with
is cute.
friends. More games will also be added in the future.
Start a game night with Let's Play Oink Games, launching as a timed console exclusive
Whoa.
on Nintendo Switch later today.
We got 2 today
I'm
drops.
Javier, CEO and programmer at Heroic Studios.
Hi, I'm Iris. I'm working as an environment artist for our upcoming title, Endling Extinction is Forever.
We wanted to create a game that raises awareness about how the world may be in the near future if we don't change our consumption habits.
The environment is mainly presented during night, since we want to emphasize a fox's natural behavior and contrast a calm but deteriorating world and human threats during the day.
We hope that Endling
Why'd
may
their
encourage
shirt get
everyone
blurred
to
out?
reflect, but also that players around the world can enjoy
I wonder
its
what's on that
story,
shirt.
gameplay, and cuteness.
Xbox logo. These are the kinds of things I have to think about for my job. So of course I immediately was like, what's up with the blurred shirt? This is pretty. That baby fox is very good.
As the last mother fox in Endling, Extinction is Forever, you'll need to keep your 3 cubs alive and lead them to safety in a world ravaged by humanity.
In this game, blending stealth, survival, and adventure, you'll make your way through devastated environments to reach the one place on Earth where humans can't hurt you. Along the way, you'll hunt other animals to feed your cubs, as well as teach them new skills to make them less vulnerable to predators. I really hope they make it.
I do too. But in the end, how many of your cubs survive the perilous journey is up to you.
Endling, Extinction is Forever. Launches on Nintendo Switch, spring.
I think I'm out on that. I don't think I could.
Here's
I don't think I
more
could do
info
that.
about the skateboarding action platformer AliWorld from our friends at Roll7 and Private Division.
I kind of learned my lesson a while back when Valiant Hearts came out, which is a game about being in World War One. And I was like signing myself up for just like a emotionally fraught time, and it sure was. It just didn't feel good at any point. And that's kind of what that game feels like to me.
Weird stuff along the way, but don't worry, that's just part of your journey to Nirvana. There you'll compete with champions, challenging each other's skills to win rewards, and create new routes to share with your friends. So come shred by the sea, chase a bee.
Yeah, the new art style is interesting. I think I'm into
Down
it.
to Radlandia and achieve Nirvana.
Ali kind of had like a
Oh, nice. Get me some of those.
non-distinct art style, and this at least
Nintendo
feels
Switch, February 8th,
more singular.
2022. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Hi, I'm Banner Rudis, director of River City Girls 2.
And I'm Colleen Fannin, producer of River City Girls 2.
I've been a River City fan since the days of the Nintendo Entertainment System, and in fact, this is the 3rd River City game I've worked on. So I'm thrilled to bring you an all-new adventure starring Misako, Kyoko, Kunio, and Ricky.
We were blown away by the response to the first River City Girls. So, for the sequel, we're including everything players loved about the original, plus a whole lot more, including online co-op.
We're working really hard to get this game into your hands as soon as possible. In the meantime, please enjoy our debut trailer for River City Girls 2.
People like the first River City Girls, right? I remember that doing pretty well. Are there any games popping out yet that look really good? Yeah, there's a whole bunch. I would definitely go back and watch the whole thing because it's been pretty good, honestly. Bone-crunching action.
More baddies to take down? Let's go!
Right there with you. Way Forward is back. with
Yeah,
the
I
sequel
remember
to the
talking to some
acclaimed
people who played the
beat-'em-up
first one.
River
I
City
think I
Girls.
recalled them
There's trouble
telling me
brewing
to check
once
it out.
again in River City, with higher
Which I didn't.
stakes,
I don't know,
meaner
I feel bad.
streets, and even more over-the-top humor. Take control of one of 6 characters, including returning powerhouses Kyoko and Misako. Each character has their own fighting style and upgradable movesets, which you'll need as you set off on a new quest, picking up where the first game left off.
And when we say new, we mean it. New moves, enemies, areas, items, and a new soundtrack by the first game's composer, Megan McDuffie. Not to mention branching paths, as well
I
as
do
the
like this
return
art a
of
lot.
familiar foe. Get the fists flying solo, or team up with a friend, locally or online. What do you say, Paul? Ready to give some goons the old 1-2?
Oh, heck yeah!
River City Girls 2.
What do you say,
Play on
Paul?
Nintendo Switch, summer 2022.
I'm surprised at how far out all these announcements are.
We've got several more indie games coming to Nintendo
Several.
Switch. From painting the world to a management sim with dinosaurs. Enjoy!
Chicory. Right? That was it. Yeah, there it is. Parkasaurus. I'll say yes. Oh my god. This game is still happening. Clay split their studio in half, so one half is always working on Don't Starve, which is kind of wild. Chicory. Available today. You know what? I'm going to finish it on Switch is my move. I'm going to start it again. Baby Storm. Great name. That'll be my third time picking up Chicory, and I feel good about it. Grime. Gerda, A Flame in Winter. That's one that I would have liked to have seen more about. Outside of just imagery like this with fun, funky music. Behind the Frame. It's very pretty. Oh, we've seen this game before. Yes.
That's all for today's Indie World. Or not. We've got one more game. Check it out.
Don't fuck with me. Okay. Whew. I thought it was happening, and I'm almost glad this Silk Song is not in this. If I'm being totally honest.
The critically acclaimed RPG Omori is making its way onto Nintendo Switch.
Travel back and forth between two strange and vibrant worlds, each one brimming with colorful friends and foes to uncover a forgotten past.
Cool.
You'll experience an unconventional story and turn-based battle system, supplemented by warm illustrations by renowned artist Omocat, who also produced, wrote, directed, and coded much of the game. Omori does lean into some heavy topics, so be prepared. It's
there you
quite
go, Matt.
the journey.
Omori launches on Nintendo Switch spring 2022.
Spring. I really thought that was going to be it today.
And that's all for today's
All right.
Indie World.
Cool.
We hope you enjoyed the lineup of games in today's showcase.
As always, we'd like to thank everyone in the indie community working on
There are 3
games
things
for
dropping
Nintendo
today, and I'll probably
Switch.
pick up 2 of them.
And thank you for watching.
Chicory and that,
To follow our official Twitter account to stay up to date on all the latest news from Indie World.
Necro
Until next
Chef
time,
1.
happy
I
gaming.
just forgot the name of it, but I'll find it. Cool. All right. Excuse me. Thank you for joining. Fleshmancer. Thank you for joining. This was fun. That was nice. I'm glad we all got to experience just like a very nice, chill thing together. I just want to reiterate, I'm very glad that Silk Song wasn't in this, because I don't know what I would have done if this like dropped. You know, if it was announced and like coming next year, like that'd still be a lot. But if they shadow dropped it today, I'd be really fucked up, because we're recording our Game of the Year episode tomorrow, dear viewer. So that would have been fucked up. Anyway, I got to get back to it. But thank you all for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, baby. I'll talk to you later. See ya.